you are going to be inviting friends over in the middle of the week for supper, you really need to be sure you have food you can cook quickly, easily, and that doesn't need too much strenuous shopping. And this pumpkin and seafood curry is just that. I mean, I'm evangelical about this. Top of a can of coconut milk. The top tends to be thick like this, and then it gets sort of thin and watery underneath. Into that, I use yellow curry paste. You can use red if you want. I just love this golden colour. I use 2 tablespoonfuls. Some like it hot. I like it very hot. So just whisk these together. The curry paste and the thick bit of the milk will just meld together. This sort of golden, aromatic sludge. Fine. So now the rest of the coconut milk. Can you see? Look, they're running a bit. And then a bit of fish stock, and I'm using it out of a jar. So this is all these liquid stocks that I seem to be addicted to. Put that in. Fish sauce. Got my Nigella's spoons, 3 tablespoons. Although I can't be bothered to measure it. But I taste so much of this anyway. Right, spoonful of sugar, just to balance the sort of sweet-sour intensity. Turmeric. Really, this is just to enhance the kind of goldenness. Lovely. Lime leaves, just snip them in. Lemongrass. Now I like this bit. You have to bruise the lemongrass, by which I mean the flat of the knife on and press down, and then kind of helps that lovely gentle sourness permeate that broth. So just bring this to the boil and get on with the pumpkin. You can use butternut squash if you want, whatever's easier. You need 1 kilo, which sounds like a hideous amount, but in fact it's only these 2 pieces by the time you've peeled and seeded. I often do a vegetarian version of this, and for myself too, and I am no vegetarian. Simply, instead of fish stock, I use vegetable stock, and in place of the seafood, a few cans of drained chickpeas. It's really fabulous. Oh, so beautiful as well. I mean, that's sort of got to cheer you up. Okay, in with the pumpkin. Why I like this particularly is what I find when you invite people around for supper, especially after work, they tend to be late. And what you do with this is you just cook the pumpkin until it's tender. And it's so hard to say when that is, because some seem to take 5 minutes, some 15. But once you've done that, you can turn it off and leave it, because the fish that's going in later will take 5 minutes. Well, pumpkin's about tender. All that happens now is you plonk in 500 grams, thereabouts. That's £1 in old money. This is wonderful fish for curry because it's so robust and it can really hold up to it well. Prawns. Now, the only thing I'm going to be really bossy about here, I mean it, is these prawns have to be raw. Just don't even bother with cooked prawns. Just leave them out in that case. This will take about, 3 to 5 minutes. Not too demanding. Bring up to the boil. Let these cook. So that's going to take hardly any time. So just so I can keep busy, I'm going to chop some coriander for later now. Perfect. That's done. Veg. I like these packets of pak choy you can get, but you can really use any vegetables you want. And in fact, I sometimes use those already topped and tailed fine beans. They'll need longer than the pak choy, which really just needs to be wilted. So let it come back to the boil and you're done. Bit of tamping down. Give it a minute, if that. Oh, glorious. So a taste for the seasoning. Lovely. But I think it'd be even more wonderful, just a teeny weeny bit of lime juice, and it will sing. So, what I've got to do now, dish it up, little fragrant last minute sprinkling of coriander. We're away.